Okay, ladies, so I want you to just come into neutral spine. So let's have chin tucked in. We'll start from the top and work down. So have your legs bent. I want you to tuck your chin in. Relax your shoulder blades so that your shoulder blades feel like they're melting into the floor. So that your chest is opening a little bit, but you're not arching your back. So chin tucked in, shoulder blades nice and relaxed. Chest open, rib cage relaxed. Now we're going to stay like that, and we're going to lengthen one leg away. So stretch one leg away along the floor. You should have level hips, a little gap under your lower back. So you may want to put your hand under there. Remember, your lower back is directly above the back of your hips. So hand under there, but make sure your rib cage is still down. So your hand can't really move up or down. Once you're happy you've got that, you need to be able to keep that and bring your foot back in. Your shoulders are relaxed. And now all I want you to do is tighten pubis to tailbone. You're engaging your pelvic floor. You can feel a response low down in your abdomen. Okay, we should be quite relaxed in this position. You've literally only got your pelvic floor working. You're supported by the floor. What we're going to do now is just literally move your hips without your upper body doing anything. The upper body is very relaxed, and we're going to keep the legs and bottom relaxed and draw the pelvic floor up into the body and pull the front of your hips towards the front of your ribs. So your pelvis moves and your lower back touches the floor. We're going to release back into neutral, and then we're going to do the same in the other direction. So you're pulling low down, lower back, and it will lift your lower back off the floor slightly, and then back to neutral. You're literally moving your hips one way and the other. Are we happy we've got that movement, yes?
Yeah.
And do both directions. Nice and relaxed through your upper body. You don't really need to use the pelvic floor for support, but it's a good way to practice as we're doing a nice simple movement. Keep the upper body relaxed. Let's just have a couple more each direction. Keep your legs relaxed. Think about your lower back movement. Keep the upper body relaxed. And remember, pelvic floor is pubis to tailbone. A little bit of tension. Not about pulling your belly button in, it is about that pelvic floor firing the core. Excellent. Let's finish in neutral. Now we're going to start with the mobility shoulder bridge. So we're going to move through the spine to come up into a bridge. So the first thing we're going to do is what you've just done, is that first tilt. So as you breathe out, I want you to tighten your pubis to your tailbone, pull up into the body a little if you can, and pull into your pelvic tilt so your lower back touches the floor. Now as you get to this point, we need to start using your glutes. It's very important that your bottom is working. So tighten your glutes and start to try and lift your tailbone. Remember, your legs need to stay relaxed. Using your core and your glutes together will be stronger. They work really well together. Start to lift up through the hips, peeling your spine off the floor. Keep going up with the hips until you've come up into a nice bridge position. Remember, it's not about arching your back, it is about lifting your hips. Can we feel those bottoms? Are they perched?
Yes.
Excellent. Little bit of tension still through your core, please. Make sure the back of your thigh isn't working. And now we're going to roll down, keep your tailbone up. Bring the back of the ribcage slowly down to the floor. Bone by bone, section by section. Roll it all the way down and back into your neutral spine. Okay, so we're going to do that again. So as you breathe out, tighten your pelvic floor. Pull hips towards ribs, so that your lower abdominal's working. Make sure your glutes are engaging, your core is engaging before you start to lift up. So try and feel that your feet are sinking into the floor. The inside edge of your feet is very much on the floor. And your bottom is working to lift you up. That's lovely. Don't forget to breathe, will you? As you come down, you are still using your bottom, still using your core, but you're now really trying to think about how you move through that spine. And back to neutral. So to start with, the first thing you must have is good support. So it's very important that your bottom is working and that you can engage your core. Please make sure that you aren't using the backs of your thighs. Remember, if you're not sure about anything, just ask. I'm here to help you. Once you've got your support, you're happy that you've got that movement, then start to think about how good that movement is. Try not to lift your ribcage, try and move through the spine. Try and move bone by bone. Think of every part of your spine and think about what that movement is like. Try and keep your feet nice and relaxed on the floor and don't allow your knees to roll out. Are we still using the pelvic floor?
Yes.
Trying hard. Keep the bottom working, keep the pelvic floor working. Try and pinpoint the areas of your spine that could do with a little better movement and slow them down. Maybe use a little more support through your core, through your bottom to help you to control that movement and roll down and peel up bone by bone. We're going to do one more like this. Watch for any feet rolling out. Get those toes relaxed on the floor. Controlled movement, bottom and core working the whole way through. So check you have that little gap under your lower back, that you are in our neutral spine. And we're going to take out mobility and make this more about back strength and glute strength. So you need to maintain your neutral now. Your chest open, your shoulders relaxed back, rib cage just relaxed into the body, nice level hips. You're going to need to use your bottom a little bit more and your core, and we will be using the back as well when we hold. So we're drawing pubis to tailbone, we're pulling it up through the body, we're tightening that, we're tightening our glutes, and we are lifting up in one movement, straight up into that bridge. Hold it for a second, make sure your legs are relaxed, your bottom is doing the work like your thighs, and in neutral, come straight down to the floor. So there's no dropping of your lower back at any point. And again, so we're just going to keep going, lift and lower. Now if your bottom's not responding, your nervous system's lost it maybe, this is a lazy bottom, put those hands on the bottom, remember you can tap or just keep your hands there. Remember, if you're using your pelvic floor, your glutes are likely to fire a little bit better as well. They work very well together. So pubis to tailbone, bottom working, lift up. If it feels like your legs keep working, take a little breather. Remember, it's mindful exercise. Perhaps think more about what you're working rather than what the movement looks like. Keep the inside edge of your feet on the floor. Squeeze your bottom, lift your pelvic floor. Up and down. Let's do 3 movements. No tilting, that's very good. Lovely technique, ladies. Lift up, get the bottom working. Try not to overarch. 3 movements and then we're going to hold. And just making sure that's it. where you should be working. You're going to try and come down and up 3 times and hold it for 3 breaths. As you come down to the floor, there's no tilting, remember. So really make sure that you are strong through your spine. So stick that bottom out to the floor, the whole spine in neutral comes down. Hold for 3 breaths. Can you feel that when you're holding, your lower back is doing some work as well? Yes, it's a really good way to strengthen the back. Remember, you need strong glutes to have a strong back. Make this your last one. When you finish and you come back to the floor on this one, you should still be in neutral, shouldn't you? Well done.